Factsverse presents the 30 Best Actors of All Time, Ranked. Most actors are good. That's how they make a living, so they have to be good. But there are some actors who are so good at what they do that they're considered the best in the business. These are the actors who get all the best parts and make the most money. They're also the guys who win the most awards. So we have 30 of the best actors of all time. We'll start with number 30 and work our way up to number 1. Robin Williams. Robin Williams got his start as a stand-up comedian before becoming an actor. He could play any role given to him, and he seemed to do it with ease. After his TV success on Mork and Mindy, he won an Academy Award for Good Will Hunting, an Oscar nomination for Dead Poets Society, The Fisher King, and Good Morning Vietnam. He made his audiences laugh and cry. When he passed away, he left behind a legacy the people will never forget. Javier Bardem. Javier's first role was in El Picaro when he was only 6 years old. As his popularity as a Spanish screen actor took off, he moved to mainstream America. His role in No Country for Old Men brought him substantial praise. It earned him almost every award that year, including the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. Christian Bale. Christian Bale is a chameleon of an actor, and it helps him become any character. In 2004, he had to lose 60 pounds in order to star in The Machinist. Next, he had to gain the weight back within 6 months to star in Batman Begins. In 2010, Christian won the Best Supporting Actor for his role in The Fighter. He's one of the best performers on Earth. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is one of the most versatile actors in Hollywood. His early films, such as Big, Splash, and Sleepless in Seattle, put him on the map. When he starred in Philadelphia, he won his first Academy Award. His most iconic role was in the 1994 film Forrest Gump, which earned him an Oscar for Best Actor for the second year in a row. Tom shines in every role he takes on. Sean Penn. Sean's breakout role was as Jeff Spicoli in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Since then, he has starred in over 50 movies and has directed several. Sean has 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor in a Leading Role for his roles in Mystic River and Milk. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Philip was known as one of the best character actors in movie history. His career began in 1992 when he starred with Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman. Later, he appeared in The Big Lebowski, Moneyball, The Talented Mr. Ripley, and Capote. Philip even won an Oscar for Best Actor for the role in that film. When he passed away, we lost one of the greats. Denzel Washington. No best list actor would be complete without Denzel. For the last 3 decades, Denzel has had some fantastic roles. He won 2 Oscars for Training Day and Glory. Denzel wowed audiences in Philadelphia and The Book of Eli. Not only is Denzel intelligent and commanding, he's also quietly cool and can convey passion and rage. Denzel is one of the best actors in Hollywood, and he's also incredibly handsome, according to my wife. Gary Oldman. Gary's role in Sid and Nancy helped make him one of the 90s greatest villains. That led him to starring in True Romance, The Fifth Element, and Sirius Black in the Harry Potter series. More recently, Gary won his first Oscar for his role as Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour. Gary lives a very private life, but on screen he shines. Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro is a Hollywood legend. His role as taxi driver wowed audiences. Robert was absolutely horrifying in Cape Fear and was hilarious in the Meet the Fockers movies. What makes Robert so incredible is that he can take on funny roles, serious roles, and terrifying roles. He's been acting now for over 40 years, and at 75 years old he shows no signs of slowing down. Fred Astaire. Fred Astaire could do it all. He could act, he could dance, he could sing. He was responsible for transforming the musical genre in Hollywood. His roles in Top Hat, Swing Time, and Shall We Dance made Fred a Hollywood legend. Throughout his 35-year film career, Fred starred in 31 movie musicals. He died in 1987 but will never be forgotten. Spencer Tracy. Many critics call Spencer Tracy the greatest of all time. His career has spanned 4 decades, and during that time he earned 9 Academy Award nominations, which is a record that he holds with Laurence Olivier. He also went on to win 2 Oscars for Captains Courageous and Boys Town. Spencer also starred in Father of the Bride and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. He had a reputation for alcoholism and philandering, but he is still considered one of the best leading men in film history. Morgan Freeman. When it comes to actors who've had full careers, you have to mention Morgan Freeman. He's played scientists, ex-cons, hitmen, even God himself. Morgan has been nominated for 5 Academy Awards, and he won the Best Supporting Actor in 2004 for his role in Billion Dollar Baby. He's 81 years old and he's still taking on significant roles. Robert Duvall. In 1981, the New York Times declared Robert America's greatest actor. His breakout role was in 1962 when he starred as Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird. He became a film icon after playing Tom Hagen in The Godfather. During his career, Robert has been nominated for 7 Academy Awards, and he won for his role in Tender Mercies. Robert's a powerful actor who immerses himself in every role he takes. Clark Gable. During Hollywood's golden age, Clark was known as the King of Hollywood. Some of his best roles were in A Free Soul, Red Dust, and San Francisco. For his role in It Happened One Night, Clark won an Oscar. His female fans fell in love when they saw Clark in Mutiny on the Bounty and Gone with the Wind. Clark will go down in history as one of the greatest actors of all time. James Dean. James Dean was Hollywood's bad boy, and he earned the title after starring in Rebel with a Cause, Giant, and East of Eden. James earned 2 Oscar nominations for his role in Giant. Thanks to his brooding and boyish good looks, he dazzled audiences. James was compared often to Marlon Brando. Sadly, he passed away too young and didn't have an opportunity to become what he was destined to be. Richard Burton. Richard Burton was a legend. He was nominated for 7 Oscars, and he married Elizabeth Taylor twice. Richard captivated his audiences on both stage and film and delivered incredible performances in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and Cleopatra. He's one of the most incredible actors of his generation. Orson Welles. Orson did it all. He was incredible on radio, in theater, and in film. Many of the films he starred in have been ranked as the best films of all time. His performance in Citizen Kane showed the world what an amazing actor Orson really was. Al Pacino. Al Pacino is a rare Triple Crown of acting performer. During his career, he has won an Oscar, an Emmy, and a Tony. From the time Al landed his breakout role in Panic in Needle Park, all eyes were on him. His performance in the Godfather trilogy was incredible. Al's known for being a workaholic and a genius, and he's made some off choices for the roles that he's taken on. Despite that, he has proved he can be amazing in any part he takes. Cary Grant. Cary Grant starred in everything from romantic comedies to thrillers. He's one of the most iconic actors of Hollywood's golden age. He was nominated for 2 Oscars, and in 1970 he was awarded an honorary Oscar. The award was presented to him by his good friend Frank Sinatra. Paul Newman. Paul Newman's more than rugged good looks and piercing blue eyes. He earned his first Academy Award nomination in 1968 for his role in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. His first Oscar came for his performance in The Color of Money. During Paul's 50-year career, he starred in 65 movies. He made acting look effortless. Dustin Hoffman. Dustin's big break came when he starred in The Graduate, and from then on, his star has shined. Dustin's a very versatile actor, and he's given amazing performances as a Watergate scoundrel, an enraged divorcee, a cook, and a detective. Many people call Dustin Hoffman a national treasure. Sidney Poitier. Sidney is a legendary actor, a director, and a diplomat. For his role in Lilies of the Field, Sidney became the first African-American actor to win an Oscar. Sidney often refused to take on roles that were stereotypical depictions of African Americans, and he was respected for that. He was also appointed the Bohemian Ambassador to Japan. Sidney's screen performance made him one of the greatest actors ever, and his convictions made him one of the most respected. Gregory Peck. Gregory has starred in many classic movies during his career. He was nominated for 5 Best Actor Academy Awards and wowed audiences for decades. His most iconic role was as Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird. There's no denying Gregory was one of the best actors of his time. Anthony Hopkins. Over 50 years, Anthony has starred in over 130 roles on stage and screen. Unlike many actors, Anthony was never typecast. He took on a wide array of roles. For his role in Silence of the Lambs, he won an Academy Award. Whether playing a hero, a villain, a leader, or a servant, Anthony can do it all with ease. Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy began his career on Broadway, and his first film role was in Murder Man. Later, he took on darker roles with Alfred Hitchcock. He also starred in westerns and other thrillers. Jimmy was a versatile actor who took on many roles, including pioneers, lawmen, cowboys, military officers, businessmen, politicians, and many others, even just the guy next door. Jimmy won his first Academy Award in 1940 for his performance in The Philadelphia Story. Jack Nicholson. There are very few actors who can go toe-to-toe with Jack Nicholson. During his career, Jack has earned a dozen Academy Award nominations and won 3 of them. Jack has done some incredible work during his 50-year career. There are just too many roles to name them all. Some of his greatest were One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, The Shining, The Last Detail, and The Departed. There's no denying Jack is one of the greatest actors in history. And I don't care what you say, he's still the best Joker. Laurence Olivier. Laurence Olivier is known as the greatest English-speaking actor of the 20th century. He showed what he could do when he starred in and directed Shakespeare's Henry V. For that, he won an Academy Award. He went on to star in and direct Hamlet, which he won an Oscar for Best Picture and Best Actor. Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel won 3 Oscars during his career, and he's known as one of the all-time greats. He starred in There Will Be Blood. He also starred in Lincoln, and he showed what he's capable of. After 50 years as an actor, he's proved he is one of the greats. Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando is one of the greatest and most recognizable actors of his time. When he starred in A Streetcar Named Desire, it rocketed him to fame. Marlon starred in The Wild One, and he won his first Oscar for On the Waterfront. His second Oscar came when he played Vito Corleone in the classic hit film The Godfather. The top of our list? Humphrey Bogart. Anybody who loves movies had to see this one coming, right? Humphrey's the greatest actor of all time, and in 1999 he was named the greatest star in the history of American cinema by the American Film Institute. His career spanned 30 years, and he starred in 75 films. His roles in The Maltese Falcon, The African Queen, and Casablanca proved to the world that Humphrey is an actual screen legend. That's our pick for the top 30. What actors do you think should have made the list instead? Tell us in the comments, and subscribe for more.